Alright everyone, welcome to another Radio Free Cybertron Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Autobot Sqweeks. And you can see him on the packaging, looking very menacing with his gun and his nice purpley eyes. Huh, kind of like Optimus Prime's eyes. I wonder if there's a connection there. But on the back you have your product shots of Sqweeks. He says he has 3 modes, and we'll go over everything. In the packaging, you got the repair bay, Autobot Drift, also available in this wave, and also is Steel Bane and I think Slug, one of the Dinobot repaints. There you have a nice picture of Sqweeks on the side, same or similar to the front. Autobot logo, you got the Autobot logo in the background. And then Transformers on the side, and of course Premier Edition, which is our Generations class. Up top you got Drift, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee. Sorry that wasn't on camera there. And then also, I found it easier, just to give you a tip if you're buying these figures, if you open up on the bottom, you could slide the plastic tray out without having to slide the background out, because the background only extends at the top, so it's a little bit easier to slide everything out. But that is it for the packaging. Get that out of the way, and here you have Autobot Sqweeks, and he looks pretty good. Just look around, you got a lot of brown paint, and then also brown detailing that's supposed to be dirt or rust. It doesn't come off as well as it does on the product shot, but it's not horrible. As far as articulation, let's move the camera down here. He does get some articulation in the arms, if you're going to call them arms. You get a little bit of up, a little bit down, some rotation, and also a bend at the elbow. His things can also... His handlebars or hands can also extend a little bit if you want, but if you extend them out too far, they're going to fall out. That's also part of the transformation. That is the only parts forming that this has. His head can rotate from side to side in a rather funny manner, which makes me laugh. So, I definitely like this figure. His wheels are naturally offset, sort of looked in disrepair, just the way this mold is made. The legs don't really lock into anywhere, but if you push them in against the body, they do stay fairly nicely. There's a kickstand you can use. He does sit a little bit back. If you want to prop him up a little bit more, you can use that kickstand as an option. But you don't really need it. I kind of like that he kind of looks up since he's so small. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really no articulation on this guy. You can move his head up a little bit if you want, but that's just purely due to transformation. So I'm not really counting that. I guess the head side to side and the arms is the main articulation for this guy in robot mode. Then you also have his repair bay, which we'll get into. And like I said, you can remove these. He does come with an extra hand right here. And the hand can plug in just like that. And then he can hold his gun just like on the packaging. But he is a little bit wobbly. There you go. Just gotta get it standing straight, or as straight as possible. It does tend to fall out of his hand just a little bit, just because this peg for the gun is very short. But I really do like this gun. There's tons of guns going on this thing, and that's really a plus. So if you kind of have him hold it incorrectly, I don't know. That peg should have just been a little bit longer. I don't know why they made it that short, but you can kind of pose them with it. It just will fall out if you tap it. So again, I don't know why they couldn't have just made that a little bit longer. There's no reason that that peg couldn't be longer, but you get what you get. And that's one of my only complaints about this figure. It's actually really happy to have it. It's a different type of Transformer than we normally get, and I enjoy that. So just pop these. I'll pop his arm back in for now. Here you go. Here you go, little guy. Have your arm. And there you go. Now, as for this repair bay, let's go ahead and fold this thing up. If I remember how to. Da-da-da. This goes down. Yeah, spins around. There we go. That's how it works. That's how it works. Close that up. That's like a little toolbox right there. Clip in this. Clip that in. And then this is going to be a weapon for him in his robot mode. And there's a tab right there. That'll just plug in right there behind his head. And there you have Sqweeks weaponed up. And then I guess you could have him as holding his gun also, but you get these nice two guns right here on the top, which do split if you want to kind of angle them separately, or you can tab them together and just use them as a single 6-gun array. But really nice. It's a nice little option that they give you, so it's just not a repair bay. It's more than that. And then you can just unpeg it and open it back up, get it back into repair bay mode. And there you go. And let's go ahead and get him transformed, which is pretty simple. Just open this up. There is only one way this can spin, just because this tab right here is longer, so it can only spin one way. So do not try and spin it the other way. And then just lift up his head for now, and you just kind of pull this whole section apart. You pull his chest out, pull this, it all accordions out, rotate the chest around, and then push it down, and it'll tab in, and it tabs in very securely right there. We're going to pull out his handlebars, because they are fake handlebars, and they will just fold down just like that. Just like that. As the camera blocks it again. Rotate his handlebars around. Then we're going to just straighten this section out. And then what I like to do is get the head situated first. And the way you do that is these glasses lift up. And I don't know why they didn't paint his eyes. They spent so much time painting the outside to try and represent dirt or rust, and they left his eyes alone. That kind of, it's not really a good decision for me. But so we'll rotate this whole piece inside just like that, and then close that up and extend that. And then you'll see when you rotate these wheels around, this wheel will fit right in between his eyes and the top of his head, which is pretty ingenious. It's amazing they squeezed everything in there. It's just it just fits perfect. And the wheel still rolls pretty nice. So, and then this clip right there will clip in. That holds everything back here together. Flip this panel down. That's where his little license plate is, or should be. And then this wheel on the front just kind of tabs in right there. Not super secure, but also doesn't move too much. So, and there you have Sqweeks in his Vespa mode. And again, this repair bay, you can put him on the repair bay just like that. That is how the repair bay is intended to be used. And then this arm can extend to pretend like you're working on him. And again, in the movie, I'm assuming he's going to transform. In the preview that I saw, the girl, and I believe, I forget the name, I want to say Isabella or Isabel, is trying to fix Sqweeks so he can transform. So I'm guessing in the movie she's finally going to fix him and he's going to be able to transform. But also, this will act as almost like an ice cream cart. Just fold that up, and there you have the ice cream cart, which is what I like to think of it as. And then it's on a ball peg. You just pop this in, which goes on very secure onto Sqweeks. And then he stands very nicely with that, and you can roll him around. And he does have 2 ports at the top of the ice cream truck, or the ice cream container, if you want to pop his gun in right there. And then also, if you want, you can still lift these up to show his guns off in vehicle mode. There's also some guns on the side here if you want to open them up. On the back, they're also not picked out in paint, but they are there. Leave that gun on the top still. And there you go. There you have Transformers Deluxe Autobot Sqweeks.